Hey everybody, Happy New Year! I'm making a video today to talk to you guys about my chemo experience and also to give you some tips and tricks in case you might be going through chemo soon yourself, or maybe you have a friend who's going through chemo soon and you'd like to give them some advice as well. So my mom actually went through chemo about a year and a half ago. She is a breast cancer survivor. And so she gave me this tip, which is my biggest tip for you. And that is to have what is called a chemo bag. What's in a chemo bag, right? Okay, well, what's in a chemo bag is a blanket. And the reason for the blanket is because when you're laying down and you're getting your medicine, it is cold. It's cold in doctors' offices already. And the medicine that they're putting in you is cold. So, and if you're cold-natured like me especially, you're gonna want a blanket so you can keep comfortable. I would also bring a bottle of water just in case I got thirsty and a snack because my personal treatment lasted 4 hours. So I was there for a long time. I would get there usually at 9 in the morning and I would be done by 2 because you also have to do blood work on the same day and you also talk to your doctor on the same day. So it's a long day and you might need a snack. So now I'll tell you about my personal experience with chemo and how it went for me. I was scheduled to have 6 chemo treatments. I got through 5, and I'll tell you why once we get there. I was getting 4 drugs. 2 drugs were hormone receptor drugs, and 2 drugs were the really hardcore chemo drugs that give you the really bad side effects. And I also would get a patch afterwards. After chemo was done, they'd put a patch on me, and 25 or 27 hours after chemo, it would give me a shot of a drug that would help with my white blood cell count. So that's the drugs I got. After my first round of chemo, I felt fine, honestly. I didn't really have any of the side effects except for nausea, and the nausea pills took care of that. I actually even hosted my best friend's bridal shower, and we had lots of mimosas, of course. So I was, first round, easy peasy, not a big deal. Second round, I started to get more of the side effects. So I was really nauseous a lot of the time, and I was constipated and had diarrhea all the time as well. And I know that sounds weird to say that I had those 2 things together. I don't want to get too graphic with you guys, but trust me, you can have them together and it's not very fun. So after my third round, I started to feel more of the side effects and the fatigue really started. So I told my doctor what had happened was I was in my shower and I almost fell over after being in the shower for just a couple of minutes because I was just so fatigued. And my doctor just said, well, that's happening because you're dehydrated. And you're dehydrated, of course, because you're having so much diarrhea, and I wasn't drinking enough fluids. So she prescribed me to get fluids the next day. I got fluids the next day. I felt great. So I just went on with life. I started drinking more water, those sorts of things. So then round four happened, and I got the side effects really, really quickly, and I was very fatigued. I had to get fluids. I think 3 times I went in to get fluids to pick me back up and to make me feel better. And then the 5th time came around. The 5th time knocked me down really, really hard. I was fatigued. I had nausea like crazy, diarrhea, constipation, pretty much all of the side effects that you can have, I had. The worst of it though was the fatigue. I couldn't even walk 5 steps without being out of breath and having to sit down. So I actually went to get fluids, anti-nausea medicine, and steroids like 7 or 8 times after my 5th treatment so that I could be picked up and feel better. And because of that, my doctor decided that I didn't need to do the 6th treatment. My tumor that you could feel had already gotten so small that we can't feel it anymore. So she said, you know what, we're gonna skip the 6th treatment of the chemo, but we're still gonna do the hormone receptor treatments. So that's what I'm doing now. I still am doing the hormone receptor treatments, and I'll do that up until my surgery, and then I will do it after my surgery up until a year anniversary of my diagnosis. So I've got a long time of getting medicine in this port to happen. That's okay, but you know what? Anything is better than cancer. Anything's better than cancer. One side effect I forgot to leave out, and this was probably the worst side effect for me, other than of course the fatigue, was I would lose all of my taste buds. So everything tasted like metal. Everything was gross. So if you're about to go through chemo, I would definitely suggest buying things like macaroni and cheese, or mashed potatoes, easy things to heat up, and also things that are already kind of bland in taste, because you're not gonna be able to taste anything, and because everything tastes bad, you're not gonna want to eat, and when you don't eat, you know, of course the fatigue is worse, and you can't heal from the chemo, so you need to eat. So those things I would definitely suggest purchasing. Well, I think I got through that all, and I gave you all my tips, all my tricks. I hope that they work for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I will certainly answer. Remember, everybody, check your tatas. It's not hard. Promise me. Bye.